It's Alliance War time again. New Alliance, new me. And this time, I'm actually gonna try and upload my wars consistently rather than upload two and then get lazy with drawing thumbnails and voicing over. And also, it was finals time. Anyway, we have War 1. I am now in New Nation. I'm very happy to be here. In War 1, we have, we're against fdark, and we are on path 7 in section 1. Fighting this Korg. I have a WAG, so it's super easy. I just parry and spam lights. And don't throw a special while he has the rock shield up. I have the Zola synergy, so if he ever gets a placebo, I can just block it, and it nullifies. As you see, that's what I did when I had end a buff. I've stun a champ, also trivial. I don't have to worry about that with wags. So just spam lights. And then we have our Fury, so we're just gonna SP3. Get to work. And Korg is just gonna throw his SP2, and it doesn't matter. This was not an Ascended Korg. This is not an Ascended Korg. I think, fight an Ascended Korg next war. It was also a very easy nuke with, not Mojo, but you'll see who. Up next, we have this Carolina Dean on node 16. The Korg was on 7. And I don't even need to wags on this. This is super easy, especially since I have the Zola synergy. So I just dodge a hit to activate my life field, and just kind of parry, just be safe, and get as much power as I can without hitting her. And I decide, screw it, and I'm just gonna throw the SP2 without the Fury. And I don't want to get cornered, just in case the sun spawns right in front of her. It spawns right behind her, actually. And I throw SP3, and we are getting to work now. The D-Gen's absolutely nuking her. Carolina doesn't have the biggest health pool, if I remember correctly, and Mojo is just very good at spamming specials, especially with the tactic when it gives the power efficiency. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on full 7 this war. We have Dark Phoenix on 25 next, and we're gonna be using Mojo. We're gonna be using Mojo for the whole war. Yeah. I've taken this fight before, and I now know a better way to do it by just, instead of just not hitting her at all, you just hit her block, because hitting her block doesn't give her that much power, and it also doesn't proc Thorns, because Thorns only procs on direct hits. And I was just making sure the pre-fight applied, and we're heading in. So last season in Cav, I did die with Mojo to a Dark Phoenix and a Serpent. Both were rank 5 on node 9 and 27 respectively. So this season, I hope we don't do that. We just play better, and I combo up to SP2, and it nukes the shit out of her as best you can do with the safeguard up. And I'm just spamming SP2s, and we didn't get a regen, so we didn't nullify the Fury. Take a sneaky screenshot, because it was a really fast fight. So yeah, very easy with Mojo, who I think is the best answer, either him or Paviter, because Nico is blacklisted. I actually think Mojo takes it faster than Paviter. It's just that I don't know. I think Mojo's better for that than Paviter. In war, in BGs, Paviter clears Mojo. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to say. But in war, Mojo clears Paviter, because Mojo can do more than just like Serpent, Dark Phoenix. Up next though, we have this Imperiosa. I was yapping about Paviter versus Mojo, and Imperiosa's almost dead. The one thing you do have to be careful about with Imperiosa is getting too overzealous and pushing her red. But the fight's over before that even matters. So yeah, on to the next one. We just fight almost all the cosmic threats, except Serpent. Forget where Serpent was, but I didn't fight him. Up next we have the Cersei on node 38 with, you guessed it, Big Mo. I think there I was mapping out how much energy I needed and thinking about which boost to apply. I go with a PS1 just because it's fun. I'm at 5 charges at this point, so I'm always gonna have my Fury as long as my life field is up. I get a dodge a hit, which is okay. My plan here is to just kind of ignore doing heavies and just knock her down with specials and let the degens do the work for me. Yeah, we do that. Throw another one. I mistake the Ebb and Flow Fury for my what's it called? My Life Field Fury. That time I just throw it completely into the block. Because I got Punish a Special, and I think Punish a Special is the worst Mojo prompt. You get Punish a Special again, but this time I use the SP3 to auto-complete the prompt. And I SP2 and she's dead. A ton of overkill, because even if the beams didn't kill, the degens are where the real money is the real money maker. So up next, we're fighting Deathless Thanos on node 45 with, wow, Big Mo. Again, pretty easy fight. I just gotta be careful with a hazard shift, because this is bleed and cold snap. It's a cold snap bleed. I don't remember the order. We'll find out. We'll find out together. Yeah, the plan is simple. Just don't hit him much and let MD from the haters and also nullifying from the Zola synergy just give me power. And also Mojo is a complete nuke when he has all his charges. Get dodge a hit. And as you can see, each special is basically pushing him into the next phase of protection, which is incredible. Mojo does fantastic damage. Now we're waiting out the last protection, get a nice little idle, and then we throw an SP3, and the fight's over. NewN, we actually had a nice little 150-0 this war, so that was awesome. For my first time ever being in an alliance that had an alliance-wide donut. Now this war, we're up against GT40, and I'm using my brand new rank 4 Sig 200 Kitty Pride. I bought her. Right, yeah, I bought the pass and I bought a few day passes to get her when the Ordeal Heroes thing dropped. And I used her there and had an absolute blast. Took her straight up to rank 4, used her there, had an amazing time. If you don't know, Kitty is historically one of my favorite champs in the entire game. I think like early, if you like go early in my videos, you can see me use Kitty, Tigra, and Hulkling in war. They're one of my favorite trinities in the game. And we finally get to use Kitty again. Because Kabam decided that she wouldn't be too broken as a 7-star. They were absolutely wrong. Kitty is amazing. And very fast, too. With Suicide Masteries. So that Korg went down in less than 50 seconds. It's like 47. Now we fight this Rintra on node 10. I'm on path 1. yeah, we fight Rintra on node 10. We put another Wags because we can. And we're trying, and we, at the beginning, we were trying to be fast because we were hoping to repeat an alliance-wide donut against GT and then beat them on time. We did not beat them, unfortunately. So, I don't remember. I don't know if the war's technically over, but we did lose. We did 100% lose, I think. It's GT40, they don't die. Anyway, though. Enough moping. Kitty against Rintra. We go SP1, SP2. So I wasn't confident that, one SP2 would nuke him. And because of like Rintra's crit resistance and also some energy resistance. Rintra's a beefy boy. And my plan is to just heavy counter SP1. That was a terrible heavy counter, but he played into it very nicely. And I'm gonna SP2 right here, and it's gonna kill him. So like with recoils, Kitty does insane damage, but you don't need me to tell you that. The results speak for themselves. Up next, we're gonna be on path 2, fighting Misty Knight on node 20. I was very worried about this fight, mostly because prior to this, I didn't really understand like the real like nitty gritty of Misty's kit, so I was worried she was gonna like evade me. I had a Wag, so she would never purify my parry stun. And in general, all of Kitty, with the Wags, everything Kitty does can be passive, as long as you do it while phased. Which ideally I'm phased the entire fight. When I'm phased, I don't take damage. That means I'm healing from my Liquid Courage and Double Edge. Yeah. So I put a PS1 because the plan is just kind of spam SP1s. And yeah, just SP1 here. She's down to 70%, so we're doing fantastic damage on our SP1. This isn't even like the money, and I don't even have that many prowess. It's 2 SP1s and she's almost dead. She's gonna clip me here, and also she countered my miss by hitting my block while I was unblockable. Yeah, she double crits, both for like 28k, but it doesn't matter because she died to the incinerates. 34 seconds, very fast, very not clean actually. And up next we have we're gonna have Mantis against Spider-Woman on node 29 with stun immunity, EMP mod, and prey on the weak, and a placebo node. I have an Odin pre-fight here, so there's basically nothing to worry about. With Mantis against champs like Jess on nodes like EMP and Hazard Shift, I don't really bother going for like the Intimidate and the Infuriate intercept cycles because I don't think it's worth the risk because she can evade me. I'd rather just build my emotions from failing debuffs, because the reason why Jess is placed on this node is because whenever she would apply a shock, she would put a power sting, but you wouldn't be able to tell that with Mantis. Well, I'm getting hit because I'm ass. You wouldn't be able to tell with Mantis because she's tranquilizing all of them. I do know that one SP1 or one SP2 isn't gonna kill her, so I decide just cut my losses, play into the fumble, the timer, and then just kill her into SP2s. Minute fight. Spidey 99 has never done a fight, or has never done Jessica that fast. Fun fact. And then, lastly, we're going to have Void on node 43, whom I think Mantis is at least top 2 when it comes to options for this fight. It's either her or Shang-Chi. I do think Shang-Chi's probably better. The gimmick in this fight is that it places the 3 debuffs at the start of the fight. And Void punishes you when you have debuffs on you. But Mantis tranquilizes them immediately. And I'm going to go for my patented SP3, SP2 rotation. Where it's basically I use this rotation when I know when there's a lot of debuffs and or I get punished for having debuffs on me. My friend Anthem and I actually made this rotation up back when we were both in Cav. We're both in NewN now. But when we were both in Cav, it was the tactic where if you had a lot of debuffs on you, the defender went unstoppable. So my friend and I, we made this rotation with Mantis where we would use power backs with Mantis and rush to SP3 because it was like 15 Lord, I'm pretty sure. We'd rush to SP3 and then SP2 in SP2 because the way Mantis's Tranquilize works is that it falls off when she's not idling. So we go SP3 instead to put the Tranquilize debuff, and then we rush to SP2. And yeah, and then kill him. So yeah, that's it for the war. We lost this one, but have a good day. We'll see you next war. Bye-bye.